warm-up that I have planned for us here involves a stability ball, like I said, but remember, for those of you there at home, you can always use a chair instead. And even if you are using the stability ball, this warm-up does include some bouncing on the ball from a seated position. If you would like to just remain still while we go through our dynamic warm-up, okay, you can do that as well. But if you feel comfortable bouncing, feel free to bounce along with me here as well. This is one of my favorite things to do here in the exercise clinic during warm-ups and when I'm watching the interns do their various activities too. So, but let's go ahead and get started here. I want to have us begin with our shoulder or arm circles. All right, so I'm going to get my arms out and out to the side here, and I'm just going to draw some small circles in the air. Starting off small, go ahead and start if you haven't already. We're going to go for about 20-25 seconds here with each movement, and we're going to get larger and larger here at our own pace. There we go. Find that full range of motion. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Let those arms come down and dangle if you need to. Let's go right back into it now. Go in the opposite direction. Starting off small. Once again, work your way up to finding that full range of motion there, especially by the end. Get those shoulders moving as far as you're comfortable. Kind of hard to maintain the balances with the circles there, especially if you're not used to it. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now from here, class, I want us to go into our arm swing. So if you remember, we're going to point the thumbs down as we cross the chest, and we're going to point them back up as we open the chest back up here. We're going to go for about 20 seconds here once again. Go ahead and start. We're going to pinch our shoulders back with every rep here. There we go. Very versatile warm-up here, class. We're getting some lower body activation, right, with the bouncing, if you're choosing to do so. Also, some core work from sitting on that ball, if you're choosing to sit on the ball. And, of course, all those different muscle groups in the upper body here. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now, from here, I want to go into our vertical reaches, okay? So if you remember, I'm going to reach up, get a little twist there, and I'm even going to stretch my fingers all the way up to the ceiling. All right? Go ahead and start with me if you haven't already. Remember, that little twist is going to open up the chest a little bit more. It's also going to help us incorporate some twisting in there. We'll expand on that twisting as we go. Checking my time here. Still got about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very nice. Now from here, we're going to move into our core. All right, like I said, expand on that twisting. So I'm going to get my elbows up. We're going to pretend like we just got a rebound, in basketball. And now there's somebody behind us who's trying to take that ball. So we're just going to elbow them repeatedly, right? We want to have the elbows drive the motion here, okay? Because the upper spine is what's responsible for the most rotation. There we go. I got my timer going. Hopefully everybody started there. I'm turning my chest to the wall on either side while my lower body is going to stay facing forward here. If you're getting dizzy, you can focus on a stationary point out in front of you. Just drive that motion here through the elbows, through the upper back. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. From here, class, I want to turn that standing or sitting torso twist into a crossbody punch on the ball or chair. So I'm going to cross my body with that punch, just like we do in our cardio. Belly button's going to follow the hand as we go. Once again, you can focus on that stationary point out in front of you. Try to time out your bounces with each punch. There we go. Keep the lower body facing forward while the upper body turns and faces that wall on either side. Checking my time here. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now from here, I might actually have to change the camera angle a little bit. Stay on your chair or ball. There we go. From here, I want to go into our heel digs. All right, now we're going to go various directions with this heel dig. To start, I want to alternate between right and left. We're just going to go out and front. and right back. So I'm gonna heel dig out in front, bring the foot back. Again, alternate between right and left here, all right? Go at a pace that's comfortable for you. We're getting a little balance in here if we're on the ball, all right? We can also turn this into, whoops, forgot to start my timer. We can also turn this into a kick if we want to, right? Just make sure our torso stays centered over that ball here, all right? Stay centered over that ball if you're choosing to use it. We're gonna go for about 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Relax, very nice. Now balance this out while I go over the next exercise. We just got our forward and backward here. Let's get our side to side. So now I'm gonna heel dig out a little wider, okay? We're still going out forward a little bit, but now I wanna go out a little wider. Again, try to keep my torso centered over that ball. If I wanna make this tougher, I can turn this into a kick, all right? Whatever you're comfortable with there. We're gonna go for about 15 more seconds here, class. There we go. Kind of more of a flowy warm up here, right? We just go from exercise to exercise here. Make sure we're staying up nice and tall here with the lower body moving. We wanna stay centered. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now let's balance this out together. I've got one more exercise for us before we begin our workout. Now, this works a little bit better in the clinic when I can hear everybody clapping along with me, but what I'd like us to try is try to have you all at home bring your, I should say what we're doing a jumping jack here, okay? As I bring my arms up, I'd like you to do the same. We're gonna come down, we're gonna clap our ball or give a nice tap on your chair, depending on what you're sitting on. We're gonna try to get 10 reps together. Now don't forget, we can also get our legs involved, right? I can bring arms up and tap one leg out at a time. I can alternate as I go, or I could even do both, all right? Kind of that seated jumping jack here. Do whatever is most comfortable for you. You can even go with just the arms, all right? But let's go ahead and try to get 10 of these together in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up. Get that tap right there. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's balance this out for a second or two, and then we're gonna relax in 3, 2, and 1. Very good. That is by far my favorite warm-up to run in the face-to-face. I also like to run it in the online. A little different in the online, but nonetheless, it's still fun. I love to sit on that stability ball and bounce up and down, right? I'm the classic foot tapper when we're sitting down, right? Always moving, all right? But let's go ahead and go into our first superset here, class. Hopefully that got the body going, got the heart rate up, the body temp up. The first exercise I have for us is going to be our bicep curl. Now, as I'm going through, I'm realizing that my bicep curls are still over on the rack, right? I never grabbed them. But I can go over that with the resistance band here. So, if we remember, we can always go with weight or without, or with the band for this. And we have multiple ways we can do this. Just remember the motion of that curl is always gonna start with the palm facing the body. Okay, my palms right now are facing the outside of my thigh. As I curl up toward my shoulder, I'm gonna rotate the palm up to the sky, bring the hand to the shoulder there, there's a side view. Then as I come down, I'm gonna rotate the palm back to the starting position, right? Facing the outside of the thigh. Now we can go, if I set up my resistance band here with a double leg anchor, we can go with both arms together, okay? That's your stage 1 progression right there. We can go one arm at a time, okay? That's certainly an option. The resistance band's gonna be tougher than the dumbbell, especially if you get that wider stance, right? That's gonna make it tougher yet, all right? But the other option that we have is holding an isometric on one side while we curl on the other, right? So I'm gonna take a couple steps back so my head's not as cut off, right? Turn to the side. Remember, I can hold this handle up here with the palm facing up and then curl on the other side, okay? And it's for that reason, because we have the isometric option, that's why I'm gonna have us do that for time rather than number of reps, all right? I'd like to get 4 sets of 30 seconds there with that first exercise. Now the second exercise is going to involve a chair, all right? I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this stool right here. Here we go. So, right here, class, the exercise I'm gonna pair with that bicep curl is going to be our hip abduction choice, right? Or lateral hip choice, whatever you'd like to call that one. The first one, if you remember, is going to be with that band, right? I can loop this band over. If you have the full loop band, then you just double it up and you can keep it there pretty easy. With this one, though, I'm going to have to hold it with my hands, as always, right? And just work on shoving the knees out, keeping good posture. I always forget to tell you all to breathe. If you're choosing to do this one, this isn't isometric, so you're going to want to breathe on this one just as you would any other isometric, right? Now you can also use your hands there instead if you don't want to use the band, or maybe you don't have one there. You can put your hands in your knees and shove those knees out against those hands. You're also going to get a good arm workout from that too, okay? If you're doing that one, as always, you're going to hold that exercise, that position there, for however long it takes me to get through the lateral leg raise, 10 on each side for the other clients, okay? Now, if you remember, we're gonna make sure that we're not going just straight out. We're gonna be going out and back slightly, almost at like a diagonal path there, okay? So 4 sets is gonna match, 4 sets on the hip exercise to match the bicep curl, all right? Now, I'd like us to go ahead and get started. It's probably a good thing I didn't grab my dumbbells here because I need to hold my stopwatch, right? So I'll have my hands free while you go ahead and do weight if you want to for the curl. But for this first exercise, I'm just gonna go with 2 hands together, okay? You do whichever exercise is best for you. I would like everybody to get started with me in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, got the 30 seconds started here. Find a pace that's gonna challenge you here, class. Remember that palm rotation, right? Those palms have to be facing the thighs as you go back all the way down. Rotate those palms back up as you come up to the shoulder. About 10 seconds left. Keep it up. Either got the weight or the band or no weight. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now from here, class, let's get situated for our hip exercise. I got my stool here. It's not going to be the best thing for keeping myself up because I don't have that nice tall seat back, but I think I'll be able to manage. So just make sure you got something there to keep you upright. I just want to make sure everybody's got a couple seconds to get situated. But let's go ahead and get started with our first set in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming out and back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a real balancing act here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and go right back into it on the other side. Oops, there's 1. I kicked my ball. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and relax. And I already knew we went long on that one. That was 51 seconds. That's quite a bit longer than we always do it. I think I know why. Without something there to hold myself up, I'm going out slower. And my brain doesn't want to do that as fast because it's worried I'm going to fall. So I'm going to run and grab my chair quick. Let's get situated for our bicep curl here. I'll be right back. There we go. I tried to speed up that second set, but I looked down and we were starting the second half of that at 32 seconds. And yeah, that one was pretty slow. So we'll do a better job on the second half, or I'll do a better job on the second set. But let's go ahead and go into that bicep curl here. I'm going to go now with alternating. So I'm going to bring one arm up at a time. You continue to do whichever you prefer. We're going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Go ahead. No matter what you're doing, get that palm rotation. Except for that arm that's holding the place, right? If you're doing that isometric there, then you're not going to be rotating the palm, right? You have a good side view here for that bicep curl. Bring that hand all the way to the shoulder there. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. So moving on, let's go back to set 2. I want to make sure everybody's got time to get ready. I'm going to get my chair here, and we're going to have a set that goes for the normal time here. All right, hopefully at least. But I'm going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out, back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and switch legs. Go right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's check it. 44 seconds. There we go. The chair. That's the key. You gotta have the chair for me to go at the right tempo there. Right? I think that is. I think that's my brain there wanting to go slower. It's not as comfortable without something to hold on to. Let's go into our next set here, class. Set number 3 with the bicep curl. I'm gonna start doing the isometric here. So hopefully I can remember what I gotta do. I'm gonna have one arm stay up. It's going to be the left arm. So that's what I got to remember is that I have my left arm up on the 3rd set, right arm up on the last set, okay? But we'll go ahead and get started for 30 more seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm having this arm hold up my watch while this arm curls my stopwatch. Checking the time here. We still got about 15 seconds left here, class. Keep it up. Very nice. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. That's 3 sets down the bicep curl. Let's get our 3rd set now on the hip abduction choice. Once again, gonna make sure you all have time to get situated here. Just looking at my time, I know that we're a little late because of the my absence at the beginning of the class, so I'll do my best to try to catch us up. All right, let's go ahead and start set number 3 in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming out and back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs, go right into it. 1, 2, stay nice and tall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. 46 seconds, right? Pretty consistent there for the last 2. Let's go into our last set now. Oops, I need my stopwatch for this. Last set now of those bicep curls, okay? Now I gotta have my right arm holding in place while I curl with the left. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Remember that palm. Get that palm to rotate every single rep you can. Keep that breathing. Finish off this set. Then we got one more set on the hips. Halfway through this set, keep pushing. Same intensity at the end as you had at the beginning. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very nice. Now, last set here on the hips, and then we're gonna move on to our next superset. I'm sure you all can guess what those exercises are going to be. I'll still go over them, right? Let's knock out this last set here. I'm gonna go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out, back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and switch. Go right into it. Stay nice and tall here. That's 2 right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Back to 44 seconds for that last set there. All right. So, just like I said, probably already know what these exercises are going to be. They're going to be our overhead extension with the kickback option, right? If we're a little wary of that overhead resistance. So just really quickly, we can go over all those different options. Just like with that bicep curl, I'm going to come to a kneeling position here. With the bicep curl, we had both arms together for the overhead. We had one arm at a time, okay? Or we can go one arm stays while the other arm extends, right? We're gonna get 4 sets of 30 seconds with that one too. Same thing on that kickback, right? Now make sure we got a good forward lean, just like we do on the dumbbell fly and all those other exercises, like the bent over row as well. Gonna get both arms going together. Maybe you can see that other hand there. There we go. All right, or I can go one arm at a time, okay? Or I can hold one, see that hand back there? And then have the other one go. That's what we'll do there for those 2 exercises. Now for the other exercise I wanna pair with that, it's gonna be our pillow squeeze, okay? So I got my chair here, class, and I actually remembered my pillow, right? So I was setting things up before we went over to do our little food little celebration over there. But yeah, so I got my pillow here, and we are going to sit up nice and tall, and I'm going to remind you to breathe here at these sets, okay? We'll go for 4 sets here, and let's see. If I was going to average this out, I'd say maybe we go for 23 to 24 seconds, right? About half of whatever we did for the opposite movement, okay? So let's go ahead and go with the tricep choice. I want you to always be doing whatever's most comfortable for you. And because the kickback is my favorite, okay, I'm gonna do that one here to start, all right? That's the one that really gets my triceps going more than anything else. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm going both arms together here. Went for 30 seconds there. Almost started counting there. Again, got 20 seconds to go. Keep that nice flat back, right? We don't want to be, we don't want to be hunched over. Keep the big chest, pinch the shoulders. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. So, moving on to the first set of our pillow squeeze. I'm going to leave the pillow sit on the chair. Here's my opportunity to make up some of that time because this pillow squeeze goes by very quickly. All right, let's go ahead and get situated. We're going to go for about 23 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Make this exercise as intense as you want it to be. Right? We talk about that, how the degree to which you squeeze that pillow is dependent on you. Maybe you're squeezing something else. Maybe you got a donut thing there too, or maybe you got a small stability ball that you're squeezing. Something there to make these muscles work. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. That's 1 set down already. I'm gonna leave this on the chair so I know where it is. And let's go ahead and get started with set number 2 of our tricep choice. This time I'm gonna go with the overhead and I'm gonna alternate between right and left, all right? Again, you do whichever you prefer. So I'm gonna get in my position and hope that my shirt stays down, all right? And we're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Now, one thing I should have said, I always say it when we do tricep work here, class, is to make sure those elbows, when you're extending, that they stay in place, right? We don't want to turn this into a shoulder exercise here, right? We want to keep this tricep. Same thing for the kickback. Don't want to turn that into that lat exercise that we've done in the past, right? This has got to be isolating the tricep. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. So that brings us now to set number 2 on the pillow squeeze, all right? Let's go ahead and get situated for that. And I'm gonna go with a side view here, just so I can really reinforce the posture I wanna see, right? Nice and tall, keep the big chest, pinch the shoulders. We're gonna go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and squeeze. Keep that breathing. Somebody turn this fan on faster. I don't remember that fan going that fast. I know you can't see it, it's just something I'm noticing. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Hey, we're halfway through this superset already, class. I'm gonna go into the tricep kickback once again. I think I'm gonna hold one side while I extend on the other, all right? I'm gonna reset my timer. We're gonna go ahead and get situated. I'm trying to lean forward as best I can without falling, okay? You do the same, right? Don't need anybody falling forward just because they're trying to exaggerate that lean. But we're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, 30 seconds. Hopefully you can see my hand back there. There we go. I feel like I'm running and trying to receive a baton and track again. That was always stressful. Trying not to drop it and get disqualified. 15 seconds. Keep that breathing here, just like with every other exercise we do here, class. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. That's 3 sets down, I believe. We're gonna go into our 3rd set now of the pillow squeeze. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the other direction now. There we go, just, I don't know, something different, right? We're gonna go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and squeeze. This workout in particular, this is day 9 out of the 9-day plan. This one tends to go a little faster than the others. Just because of the nature of each exercise and how I run the sets, this one tends to go a little longer. That wasn't by design, that's just something that kind of happened. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Hey, we've got 1 set left on the tricep. I'm going to find my kneeling position again, and I'm gonna go with the overhead. Let's see. I had the left arm sticking out and staying put last time, so I better do the right arm for this one, all right? So I'm gonna get to my overhead position. I'm gonna get my right arm up and extended. It's gonna hold there, and I'm gonna go with the other side in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. There we go. Keep those elbows put as we're doing all this tricep work. Isolate the tricep like you're hammering in a nail. All right, I don't know why you'd hammer in a nail from the kickback position, but it's the same idea as there. 10 seconds left. Probably shouldn't be nailing anything that's in the ceiling either, right? It's kind of an awkward position as well for the overhead. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. We've got 1 last set in this superset here. That's our 4th pillow squeeze. I'll go back to the face-to-face. All right. I'd like us to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Hopefully I'm giving everybody enough time to get situated between sets there. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. That is it for our second superset. I think I've made up our time here. We'll see. I want to go into our third superset now for the resistance training, and that's going to be our shoulder and core. The exercise that I'd like us to do here is going to be our dumbbell fly. All right, we did our pull apart, we did our goal post. Now it's time for the dumbbell fly to come back. Now, I'm just going to go without weight for that one, okay? And that's going to be 4 sets of 10. So you might remember, we just talked about the forward lean and the kick back, right? We want to make sure that we've got a good forward lean here, but that we're still stable. So that way we don't turn this fly into something else like a front clap or something like that, right? We want to keep the hips pushed back, find that athletic RDL type position, pinch those shoulders back. I'm actually skipping a step. We can go with the bent elbow and fly that way, right? Making the goal post here. Or we can extend the elbow and do our fly this way as well. All right? And just to stay consistent with myself, if we want to, we can also go on the stability ball, right? If we have the knees and the toes staying on the floor, I can put myself on this ball, keep my position here as well, and go about my fly with bent or straight arm here as well. Whatever you prefer for that last progression, if you want to do that one. Now, the exercise I want to pair with this is going to be the standing ab twist, all right? That's with the resistance band. So if you remember the way that we set this one up, let me get my chair out of the way. The way that we set up this one is we lay one end of the band on the floor. I'm going to step on it near the middle. Remember, the closer you step to the moving or twisting handle, the tougher it's going to be, right? So kind of regulate that, modify that, on your own. Now, if my left foot is the anchor, which is the case here, right? I have the left end of the band on the floor, my left foot on the band. I'm going to be twisting in the opposite direction, right? I'm going to be twisting to the right. I can hold this handle in a goblet hold, or I can make things tougher. I can hold this out here, okay? Whichever you prefer for that exercise, all right? Just keep in mind, your shoulders might be a little extra fatigued here. We're holding out the handle while also doing an exercise like the dumbbell fly, okay? There's the potential there for a little extra fatigue on the shoulder. I would like to begin with that dumbbell fly, okay? We're gonna try to get, this is a unilateral exercise, so I might only be able to get 3. That's okay. We'll see though. I'm gonna go ahead and get set. We're gonna go into that dumbbell fly for set number 1 in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out, back in, that's 1. Make that goal post. If you got the bent elbow, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, nice control here. 6, pinch those shoulders every rep. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. That's 1 set down. Let's grab that resistance band. I'd love to get 4 sets in here if we can. If you run out of time, we run out of time. All right. I'm going to place my anchor down. That's my left foot. I'm going to go with the arms bent here. We're going to get 10 reps in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Twisting away from that anchor. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's switch sides here. I'm going to bring this end of the band to the other side. I'm going to use my right foot as the anchor now, and I'm going to get 10 twists to the left here. Let's go ahead and go right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. That's one set down of each exercise. I'm going to leave my band close so that I can get it situated quickly. I'm now going to go with the arms out straight for this second set of the dumbbell fly. All right? I'd like us to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out, pinching those shoulders. Back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. 2 sets down there. I'm going to have my band situated here quickly. I want to make sure everybody's got an adequate amount of time to get set up. I'm always going to start on the same side. So I got my left foot here. I'm ready to rotate to my right in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go ahead and switch sides here. Let's go ahead and go right into it as soon as we're situated. Ready? And twist. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Hopefully my counting is good. I'm going to keep this band close once again. And now the last set, this will be the last set of our dumbbell fly before we get into our cardio. I'm going to go with the straight arm again, and I'm going to go the frontal view this time. All right, so I'm going to find that good RDL position. Nice exaggerated lean that keeps me nice and stable. We're going to knock out this last set in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out, pinch those shoulders. Back in, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. And I'm still toying. Maybe I can get those 4th sets in there. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get situated now for our standing ab twist. I just don't want to go too fast, right? Just for the sake of squeezing everything in. I don't want to rush everybody, all right? Let's go ahead and go into our 3rd set here in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's go ahead and switch. Gonna get my 10 twists the other side. Ready? Go ahead and go right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. It is 3 sets down. I'm thinking I might be, I think I'm going to try squeezing in that 4th set, right? I'm hoping that's okay with everybody there. I did plan for 4 sets all the way through. I think we can do it. Let's go ahead and get that 4th set ready to go. If you have any feedback for me on if that's maybe too much, just let me know at the end, as you can always do. I'll go to the side view here. We'll get our 4th set of our dumbbell fly. All right, we're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out, back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. 4 sets done. I don't know why. I'm going to get my band ready to go one more time here for the summer. Got my foot placed there. We're going to get 10 more twists on each side in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's go ahead and switch sides here. Got my right foot on that band. We're gonna get our last 10 reps here. Ready? Go ahead and go right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. My rationale here, class, for squeezing that 4th set in here is because our first exercise for the cardio is our half jack. If you remember, I've actually shaved 15 seconds off of each set for that half jack, all right? To kind of save our shoulders, especially after a workout where the shoulders are targeted like they just were a little bit ago. Now, I'm going to really quickly try to remember what my second exercise is. Oh, yeah, there we go. I knew that. I need to check that. I remember that now. Our second exercise, class, is going to be our forward-backward marches. Now, that's a newer one, all right? That's where we're just going to find a space, and I should tilt that camera back down. We're going to find a space where we are going to be able to take about 4 or 5 steps forward. Here's a side view, right? I'm going to get lower here. Side view, just a couple steps forward and a couple steps back. Now, this isn't the monster walk here. That's kind of what I started doing there because that's what my brain is used to, right? I want you to think of this as more of a, like a march, okay? So we can find some depth there, right? That's one of the ways to modify this, make it tougher. You can find a little depth there as we go, but just take a couple steps forward, a couple steps back. Now, when you're backpedaling here, make sure you're leaning forward, right? We've been working on that quite a bit today. Just do that so that way your center of gravity stays forward and you're not going to accidentally fall backward, okay? So in the frontal view here, remember those arm pumps here, like we work on in the marching and the warm-up frequently, okay? That one's gonna stay at 3 sets of 45 seconds. The half jack is gonna be 3 sets of 30 seconds. So that half jack exercise, class, I'm sure you all remember, we can go with one arm and the same side leg coming up and out together, and then vice versa. Or we can go both arms and one leg, okay? Whatever you're comfortable with there. Or we can go with the full-on jumping jack. Now, I'm not gonna do that full-on jumping jack because if you remember from Wednesday, my foot does not feel good still. So I'm going to stick with the half jack, okay? And I'd actually like to start with that half jack. We're gonna go ahead in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Go ahead, I got my timer started. And even stepping up to the side's a little sore on that foot. Now we're really complimenting here, really adding to the hip abduction that we did earlier, right? We're getting a nice lateral step out, getting a little more shoulder work here. If you're using weights for this, which you certainly can, probably gonna get even more work here for those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Relax, reset. Back to those the forward backward marches for the first time. There we go. My brain's getting ahead of myself. There we go. Couple steps forward, couple steps back. Find that pace, right? Distance there, we can go distance as long as you have the space there at home, right? Keep that same intensity at the beginning as you have at the end. Find that depth there too, right? Not quite the monster walk, but we can still get some good depth as we march briskly back and forth. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Back to the half jack. There we go. This is our second time through on that half jack. This is going to take us to the 145 mark for our cardio for the overall time that I try to keep on the stopwatch. Very good. Get that nice big step out there. Use those lateral hip muscles, right? The ones that we just strengthened earlier. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Forward, backward marches. Second time through on this one. After this set, we've got one more time through on each exercise. Now I'm trying to do the math in my head, right? 145 mark. This is going to take us to the 230 mark for our cardio. There we go. Keep those arms moving with it, right? We don't want to have T-Rex arms while we're walking, right? We want to have those arms moving. There we go. About 10 seconds left. I say that to my Gilbert kids a lot, right? We don't want to run like a T-Rex. Get those arms out there. Get those arms swinging. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Let's go to the half jack one last time. One last time for the summer, right? This is our last session for the summer. Then we got 2 weeks off, and we're back at it for the fall. There we go. Keep that breathing, right? That's something I didn't talk about yet much in this cardio set. Keep that breathing. This is going to take us to the 3-minute mark. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Last time through on the forward, backward marches, right? There we go. I can't see who's who as always, but I can see bodies getting larger and then they're getting smaller. It's like I'm zooming in and then zooming back out. There we go. Keep those bodies moving. Keep it up. 15 more seconds here, class. Keep those arms moving as well. Pick those toes up as you step. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's catch our breath here, class. I'm going to try to undo this knot that just formed in my stopwatch here and also go over my cool down. You all catch your breath. Grab a sip of water here. We're going to conclude this summer session with a great cool down here. I'll check for thumbs. Also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All righty. I already have a general idea what this cool down is, just based on the exercises, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6. Awesome. All righty, class. Let me come back and look for those thumbs. I see them. There we go. Yeah, just stick them right in my face so I can see them. There we go. Perfect. All righty. Now I'm going to go out of gallery view and back to full screen. So first exercise, class, this is going to get the bicep and the shoulder, and the chest. My fault there. Thinking the wrong muscle group there. I'm going to scoot back a little bit. There we go. So if you remember, this is going to be our wing spread stretch, right? That just reminded me of chicken wings. Now I'm hungry, all right? But anyway, wing spread. So I'm going to get my arms out, like I'm going to do my arm circles from earlier. I'm going to turn my thumbs down and back, and I can also move my arms back and get a little chest stretch. This is going to target the biceps there a little bit more because of the positioning of the thumbs going down and back there. Hopefully you've already started there with me. Keep that breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 10 seconds left. In through the nose and out through the mouth, as always. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let those arms come down and dangle. Now, from here, class, we've got the tried and true tricep stretch. I'm going to come to my kneeling position here. And this one's going to be a little shorter, right? Because it's an overhead stretch. We're going to get 20 seconds on each side. I'm going to start with the right arm going up, and I'm going to get a gentle pull. Emphasize gentle on the elbow. All right? Go ahead and start if you haven't already. I got my 20 seconds going. Trying to lift my knee up so I can see the stopwatch time. There we go. Again, try to keep your posture here, right? It's going to be really easy to hunch forward with this one. Try to keep that big chest. Try to keep those shoulders pinched together. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let those arms come down with control. In fact, for the second half of this, I'm going to go with a side view, all right? Just to really nail home that posture I want you to have, right? So let's get that left arm up and over. Get another gentle pull. And work on staying nice and tall. Go ahead for 20 more seconds. Halfway through. Keep that breathing. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. So class, that complemented our bicep and tricep. We still got a couple other muscle groups we got to get to. For the next one here, let's find a wall or a chair. And I'd like to go into our standing groin stretch. Okay, if you remember, we hold that one for about 1 minute here, okay? And that is where we are getting one leg to lengthen while the other one bends. All right, I'm actually gonna do that. There we go. One leg lengthens, the other one bends here. This is my weight-bearing leg. You're gonna switch back and forth at your own pace whenever you feel this one get tired for yourself, okay? Keep that back nice and flat. I'm gonna put 1 minute here on the timer. Go ahead. Use a chair or a wall to help keep you sturdy if you need to. Keep that breathing here as well. Sometimes I talk so fast, I get out of breath just from talking. 20 seconds in, class. Keep it up. Switch legs at your own pace. Keep that back nice and flat. Big shirt, pinch the shoulders. Nice job. 15 seconds to go here. Keep switching back and forth when you feel that leg get tired. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. Very nice. I'd like you to stay, if you're at the wall, I'd like you to stay there. I'd like to go into our standing lateral reaches. This one's going to really complement those half jacks that we did with that upper arm movement, okay? So I'd like you to turn so that the wall is perpendicular to your body, right? It's running at your side. And what I'm going to do is give my hips a gentle, right? Emphasize gentle push away from the wall while I reach my opposite side hand up and over to that wall. Okay, don't forget there's a clock there. Okay, you're reaching for the 12 o'clock position. Go ahead and start if you haven't already. We're not going to hold this one for quite as long as the others. I'm going to go with a side view for this next one here, just to really emphasize the posture, the positioning, right? Reaching for that 12 o'clock. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, like I said, I'm going to go with that side view. So now that wall is running this way, all right? It's right in front of the camera. I'm going to push my hips gently away, and I'm going to bring my left arm directly over my head, right, for the 12 o'clock position there. 20 more seconds. Keep that breathing. This is an overhead stretch, right? Should be feeling this stretch in the torso, hopefully along the side of the upper back there too, where those lat muscles are. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Let that arm come down with control. Now from here, class, I actually want to go with our standing hamstring stretch, okay? Now this one's kind of similar to your downward facing dog. You can do this on a wall or a back of a chair or something like that. But we're just gonna find that RDL position, right? That common, that really familiar position. So what I need to do here is I need to place my hands on the wall or the chair back with a good athletic position, right? My hips and knees are bent, my back is nice and flat. What I'm gonna do is actually extend. I'm gonna push my feet into the ground, and I'm gonna keep my knees bent, but I'm gonna extend and try to push my my hips and my upper thighs back behind me, all right? That's gonna get a good stretch in the back of the leg. This stretch can be kind of tough to feel sometimes for some people. So if you don't like that one, feel free to come to the chair and you can do the more classic hamstring stretch that we've got there, okay? Whichever one you prefer. I'm gonna have us go for 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna do this one here for 20, and then I'll do the standing version for the last 20, all right? That way I'm demonstrating both. Whichever one you prefer. Just get a good hamstring stretch out of this. We still got to get waiting room and seated back twist here as well. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna keep going here, class. I'm gonna switch now to the standing version again, just to demonstrate both. We've got about 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now, still got a few stretches to go. I know I'm going a little long on time, and I apologize for that once again. But like I said, we got to get modified back twists in here too. Now, to shorten this up a little bit, I'll have us go for 20 seconds on each side rather than 30. All right? But what I'm going to do is turn 45 degrees to one side and expose one corner. Okay? I'm gonna grab that corner, maybe even grab the back of my chair and get a nice twist. I'm just trying to dissociate lower body facing that way from upper body facing this way, all right? Go ahead and start. Just 20 seconds on this one here. This one's more about finding the range of motion than it is feeling the stretch, right? If I can get my body to twist this way, get my chest facing one way and my lower body facing another, then we are getting the work done for this stretch. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Let's go ahead and switch sides here. So now I'm going to turn 45 degrees the other direction, expose the other corner, and now I can start the second half of my stretch. All right, keep those feet nice and planted on the floor. That's something I don't say often, but just keep those feet nice and flat because you want that lower body staying facing forward there. My chest is almost facing the way that my lower body was facing on the last stretch, right? 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now from here, class, I want to go into our waiting room stretch, okay? So that one's going to complement all of the outer hip work that we did. Remember, we can cross at the ankle, below the knee, or above the knee. Okay, whichever is most comfortable for you. Remember, we're gonna get a nice flat back and forward lean. If you'd rather do this from the chair, okay, that's how we're gonna do it. If you wanna do it from the floor, don't forget we also have our figure 4, where I'm gonna cross the leg over and slide that foot toward my rear end there. Let's go for 20 seconds on each side here. Do whichever stretch you prefer. Might even feel this in the hamstring again here. But again, targeting that outer thigh. So you want to get a good cross of the leg, whichever place you decide to cross at, and get a good lean forward there. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. I'm going to demonstrate the seated version here just to keep it consistent You keep doing whichever stretch you prefer. There we go. We have one last stretch for the summer after this one. For those of you who are still with me, I don't know, maybe some people have left. I can't see. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, the last one I have for us is going to be for that dumbbell fly, right? We want to get the arm reach across here. We can do this from a seated position. Might be a little tougher to keep that posture, but I think we can do it, right? Get the big chest, pinch the shoulders. I'm going to pinch one shoulder back and bring that arm across. Don't forget to add that little dip in there. If you prefer, go ahead and start now if you haven't already. Make sure that shoulder's nice and tight. Make sure that you're not bracing on the elbow, right? You can go near the elbow, but don't go directly on it. 8 seconds left on this side, and then we'll switch. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Let's do the same thing here. Pinch the shoulder on the other side. Bring that arm across. Add that dip. Got my 20 seconds going here. Halfway through, keep that breathing. Do your best to stay nice and tall, even though I know that that dip kind of compromises the posture a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. That's all that I have for you for today, class. I want to thank you so much for participating.